Child Impact International is an organization giving hope. Previously called Asian Aid, Child Impact International is an organization fostering permanent positive change in the lives of disadvantaged children and their communities. Child Impact is committed to making a difference in the lives of children and those who are in need, serving communities in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and will soon expand to other countries. For the last 50 years, Child Impact has invested in the futures of people, and their investment has proven infinite returns. Driven by the dedication to helping those who have the least, Child Impact is an organization focused on the welfare of children, implementing diverse development projects, and sponsoring thousands of children. Their outreach spans from child rescue operations to providing an education for orphans, deaf, and the blind children, giving them a sense of place, a home. But above all, Child Impact is an organization giving hope to children, giving hope to communities, giving hope to the ones who need it the most. This is Hope in Motion.
The Emmanuel English School in Jeypore, India is a boarding school that has over 700 students. This large school facility was built in 2006, largely to support and educate poor tribal children from Adventist backgrounds in this region. Eight-year-old Sudij Harijan is a second-grade student at the school, and Arun Panda, the school principal, took us to the village where we met with Sudij's mother, Pramila. Her husband had died 2 years ago, and soon after, the family came to live with Sudij's grandparents.
Suraj's father was suffering from fits, and he was taking so many medicines, but there was no cure. So one day he went to nearby pond, and suddenly he was attacked with fits, and he fell down there. There was less water, but there was no one around, and he was drowned in the pond, and that is how he expired. And after that, her mother is staying with her brother in the nearby village.
Fits is what epilepsy is commonly referred to in India. Sudij's father suffered a convulsion while he was bathing in the village pond. Although the water was only knee-deep, there was no one around to help, and he drowned, leaving Sudij's mother widowed at a young age.
For the life of a widow in our Indian culture, especially those women who are in a small village, a traditional village, it is very, very difficult. Life becomes almost like a curse, we can say, where the widows, they have to depend on someone for any little help. They become helpless, and the more children they have, the more burden they have. And in some families, the in-laws or their brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, they never take care of them. And indeed, they try to put negative allegations on the widow. And everyone, since there is no husband, they feel that they can say anything because there is no one to support them. So their life becomes really tragic. So being a woman, I know how they undergo, what stigma they undergo in the Indian traditional village.
Although they had a house of their own, it was unlivable. Monsoon rains had destroyed a portion of their tiny thatch-roofed mud house, and living in it was impractical and insecure. Unable to repair the house and not having a safe place to live, Sudij's mother moved into her brother's house.
When husband dies, the mother is not secure, and the main breadwinner for the family is the husband. So after husband dies, the mother was helpless. Suraj's uncle, who has recently joined as a staff in our school, he told us that his sister's condition is pathetic, and especially the children need help. And so he was the one who contacted us, and then we were able to get Suraj to come to this institution, and we are happy that he is sponsored, and now Suraj is studying in this institution.
Suraj's uncle, Manoj Dayalu, had just joined as a teaching staff at the Emmanuel School during this time, and he requested the school administration to help his nephew get admission at the school.
If Suraj did not come to the school to study, he would have spent his childhood roaming around in the village and playing. After a few years, he would have helped his mother, he would have done some work, and he would have spent his remaining life as a daily laborer.
Suraj is small now, but I could see he is a very active and clever child, studious child. He is doing very good in his studies, and in near future I know he will stand on his feet, and he is going to take care of his mother and the little sister that he has, and the mother also need not to depend on his brother or other relatives. And this boy is, I'm sure he is going to take care of his mother and his little sister when he grows up.
Suraj is fortunate to have received sponsorship through Child Impact. Sponsorship for boys like Suraj is like lighting a candle in the darkness, and his sponsor has lit this candle not only for him, but for his widowed mother as well.
When we talk about children and helping children and impacting on children, Child Impact is only the conduit. We help you, the sponsor, connect with the child, and the two of you are the people that transform this world. So we are here to serve you as sponsors, to do the best for you, ensure that the policies and the guidelines and the procedures are in place, so what you give out of your generosity is used to the best effect. They impact the child in the most profound way possible and create the best opportunities. So to our sponsors, you are on one side the key player in this whole picture, and the child is the other. We are just the canvas. You guys paint the picture. So thank you for your sponsorship. It is making a brighter picture for all these children.
बेटा को जयंती साहाय्य करवा था पढ़ाई बाचत मोर मालो के गाँव थाने दुनिया थाने मिसा आचो तेमन भेरी अवस्था ने आचो थाइमन तीके मिसा अल्प साहाय्य करले भल हेता हाइमन मिसा हेंती अवस्था ने आचो तीकर बेटा बेटी मिसा हेंती भारी अवस्था आचो मोर मालो रांडी लो केते को जगत आने आचो तारी पाली उडी आचो मोर माल लो तो सूरज के जयंती साहाय्य करले कि ती मोर तीकर बेटा बेटी मिसा हेंती साहाय्य करता है भल हेता.
She says in these villages and everywhere, widow's life is very difficult, and I was struggling, but someone whom I don't know came forward to help my son Suraj to get an education in a good school. So like me, there are so many in surrounding villages and everywhere, and they too are struggling. I wish more people will come forward and give such help as they have given to my son. And I would like to thank all of them. That is what she said.
The growing realization of the need to support many such single parents and their children can be overwhelming, but it is reassuring to know that with sponsorship, we can go about making a difference one day at a time. Today, Child Impact continues to fulfill its commitment to the welfare of children who are in need, providing them education through sponsorship, giving them hope and a chance for a better life.
Imagine with me for a moment that you're a small child living on the streets of India. The sandals on your feet lost their comfort weeks ago. Your favorite shirt just got another hole. It's sad. Mommy died last year, but what makes you feel even worse is that your dad chose not to be your dad anymore. Hey, I'm Sean Boonstra, Honorary Ambassador for Child Impact International, an organization that is a supportive ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Something like 15 to 25 million little girls and boys in India share similar stories to the one I just told you. Many are orphaned at a young age with little food to eat and no hope. Child Impact serves to bridge the gap between hardship and education. It's a unique ministry that serves children in poverty in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. Over 3,500 children are provided an Adventist education, and lives are changed through the numerous development projects. Working in these countries, Child Impact has come face to face with issues like child slavery, poor or no education, child trafficking, abandoned babies, lack of clean water, and a high number of orphans. This list is not short on challenges, yet the needs are being met. You know, my family sponsors Sheila, a young lady at the Sunrise Orphanage in India. For the past couple of years, I'm proud of how my family has been able to impact her life for the better. Word has it, she just started college. What I've come to understand is that the children Child Impact supports are more than just names or faces on a screen or a flyer. They're people with a story whose ending has not been written. Instead, another chapter is being composed. It reminds me of something that Jesus once said, "Whatever you do for the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you do for me." Join me and others like me throughout the world who are sponsoring a child monthly to provide like Jesus did, to support like Jesus did, to love like Jesus did. You too can make a lifelong impact on the life of someone who is waiting for you to say yes. Yes, today you will consider sponsorship right now with Child Impact or one of our other projects. Yes, to give hope to a precious child today.
Sponsoring children in activities like these mission schools and opportunities is a tremendous way to help form the character of young people as they look to the future. They will never forget their association in a Christian environment, and by God's grace, many of them will become members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It is absolutely a powerful witness to sponsor a child in Child Impact and so many other organizations that help young people to find Jesus. Sponsoring a child not only has short-term effects, but it has a long-term effect. Sponsoring a child is investing in the character of a young person for eternity. We're taping this right here in Myanmar at the Myanmar Union Adventist Seminary. And about 1/3 of the students, or 1/4 of the students, are being sponsored by Child Impact. People who become workers in God's church, people who make an impact in the community, have been people who have been sponsored. Your sponsorship is absolutely an investment in the future of the church.